There we go. Gotta have my bib because I'm messy. I thought I was going to be staining stuff today, but it looks like all we're doing is tongue oiling today, so that should be fun. I'll wipe some of this stuff off because it still has sawdust on it. Sold out of these hickory taper yawara this week, so I had to make some more. And here pretty soon I'm probably gonna need to order more of that hickory pallet wood for those. So yeah, everything is gonna be tongue oiled today. All right, we got everything we need. Yep. All right, cool beans. I'm not even gonna worry if anybody shows up today because I don't got time to. There's no time. Get in the car. No time to explain. Got shit to do. Love it up. What's up, everybody? Thank you for the likes. Welcome to Saturday Staining. It's going to be a little rushed today because I have got a job to get to after this. Going to help another contractor with a painting job. We're going to start with these hickory yawara. I sold out of these. Oh, that's not the bag we want. Sold out of these this last couple weeks, so decided to make some more. Welcome to Saturday Staining, everybody. Oh God. Oh man. Oof. Oh man. Ooh. That was a hell of a sneeze. What's up, everyone? I think I scared about half of y'all away with that sneeze. Sorry about that. Oh shit. All right, be right back. Oof. How's everybody doing today? Oh, good God, I can't see. That says Mateo. Hey, what's up, Mateo? Sorry, I got weird eyes. I can't always see up close or tiny stuff when I have my glasses on. Even though I have bifocals because I'm an old man, I have trouble with focusing. I can see. It's just the tiny shit I have trouble focusing with. And this one, this has got an interesting little kind of knot in the center, so that one will probably get listed by itself. I try to do that with things that have kind of unique appearances because people don't like to be surprised by stuff like that. But welcome, Mateo. Welcome, everybody, to Saturday Staining. Trying to get all this stuff knocked out so I can go to another job. I sold out of these. These are the tapered yawara. Hey, what's up, Nug Nug? Welcome. These are also American hickory. But I forgot, I gotta oil the holes. So let me do that real quick. With yawara, you always want to make sure you oil the holes, because otherwise it does not penetrate all the way through and you end up with a weak weapon, and nobody wants that. So what's up, Doug? Welcome, everybody. Tomorrow I'll cord these up and get them up on the shop. There'll be a cord that goes through these holes in the center, and then your two middle fingers go through those holes, and you've got a augmentation of your fist. Some people call these palm sticks. They're used a lot in karate and Japanese jiu-jitsu and a few other, I think there's some Filipino martial arts that use them. This is my shop's design. I have a taper in the center. It helps you get a little bit better of a grip. Feels a little more comfortable in the hand, it seems. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate that. Hey, Viking, what's going on, my man? I'm not doing any Viking swords today, but I do have a broadsword waster I'm going to tongue oil after I get done with these. I sold out of those. I have the white ash ones I sold out of. I still got some oak ones on the shop. I have a limited amount of white ash. I bought a lot of white ash from a tree that got down. White ash is endangered here in the U.S., so it's hard to get. But I'm getting down to my last pieces of that beautiful white ash. It is strong and light. It's good stuff. This is my shop's broadsword waster of white ash. Some of my HEMA, SCA, Boohurt guys use these. When I make them for them, for the Boohurt guys anyway, for the armored combat guys, when I make these for them, I usually make them with mineral oil instead of tung oil. They seem to like the mineral oil better because it causes the wood to dent instead of crack. What's up, Viking? Welcome to the party. The tung oil works pretty well too. Tung oil, mostly it's a penetrating oil. It penetrates the wood, and then when it dries hard, so it causes kind of a reinforcement of the wood. All of my wasters and boken get 2 coats at least of tung oil, and they are all guaranteed. If you buy a waster or a boken from me and it breaks when it should not break, like during sparring, all you gotta do is send me a picture. Say, hey man, this broke. Tell me how it broke so that I can make sure that it wasn't a design flaw, because if it's a design flaw, I want to fix it. And I will send you a new one. You don't gotta send me the other one back or anything. You just tell me how it broke, send me a picture, tell me where to send it, and I will send you a replacement. No charge. In the last 3 or 4 years, though, I've only had that happen once. Have I made swords out of wood? Yes, I have. I make a lot of swords out of wood. If you go to my eBay shop, I have a huge selection of swords that I make out of wood. These are, by the way, speaking of ash, these are white ash as well. These are, this is from a cutoff from a job site I was on this week. I hated to see this go in the trash, so we're making some vampire steaks out of these. But yes, I've made a lot of swords. I've got boken, wasters. I've got swords from Purple Heart. I've got swords from zebra wood, Padauk. I've also got some oak ones with blades and sharpened tips on them, Vampire Hunter style. I've got some Mistborn themed dueling cane style ones that have a blade edge and the sharpened tip. How long have I been making these swords? I mean, since I was very young, I started making boken when I was probably 11 years old. My shop, as far as me doing it like to sell them, I've been doing that a few years. I did it during college. It was a business I ran in college. And then right before I graduated from college, my shop burned down. And so I kind of gave it up for a while. And then I was missing it. And a few years ago, we had a hurricane and I helped harvest a bunch of wood after that hurricane and just kind of felt like it was time. And so I went back to making boken and wasters. And I've been doing it for about 3 years now. Warrior Wood and Props has been around for about that long. We've had a few different names because originally I called it Warrior Wood Weapons, but guess what? The internet really doesn't like the word weapons. Zebra wood, it's called that because it's kind of a striped wood. It's a white wood with black stripes in it. It's very cool stuff. It's a hardwood. It's exotic. It's it's decay resistant and somewhat insect resistant. But it's a nice wood. It's pretty. I find with zebra wood, it's kind of people either love it or they hate it. I don't find people don't tend to like feel meh about it. Some people love it, some people don't like it. It just because of the appearance. I think some people love the appearance, some people don't. But that's cool. I think it's nice. Yeah, zebra wood's good stuff. I actually have a really cool Mistborn dueling cane fantasy sword on my shop that's made out of zebra wood. I really like. It's got a cool kind of a leaf style, elvish style kind of blade. I really enjoyed making that one. All right, let's see. I've got. And this is Kamuru, I think is how you say it. Kamuru. It's similar to Ipe. It's a South American wood. It's very strong. Similar to Ipe in strength. Not quite as strong as Ipe, but like Ipe, it is insect resistant and decay resistant. So this shit will last you a long time. What else do I make other than swords? Holy shit, man. I make all kinds of stuff. I make yawara, which are these. They're also called palm sticks. I make vampire stakes. I have probably the biggest selection of vampire stakes you will find anywhere on my shop. I make European wasters. I make Tenarashi Tessen, which are war fan clubs that are used in Tessen Jutsu. And they're old samurai style fan shaped clubs. They're made out of wood. I make those out of several different kinds of exotic woods. Those are used in, like I said, Tessen Jutsu, Kobudo, mostly some traditional Japanese martial arts. God, what else do I make? I make props. These days, I have a few props on the shop, but for the most part, I do props mostly by custom order now. But I do make them, and I do tend to put them on the shop when I do make them. I make con-safe sai, con-safe nunchucks, stuff that you can take into a convention and not get in trouble with. I like to make stuff that looks like a weapon, but it is not actually a weapon. I'm going to put this up real quick. But probably my favorite thing that I make in my shop is I make battle bats. I make custom baseball bats of all kinds. Zombie apocalypse style baseball bats. I've made nail bats. I've made axe bats. I've made Negan style. I've made Hello Kitty themed barbed wire bats. I've made Nightmare on Elm Street themed baseball bats with barbed wire. But I make custom battle bats. It's probably one of my favorite, and my bats are functional. I have everything from studs, spikes. I did a machete bat for a guy last Christmas. It was pretty cool. It was chili pepper red. Had a black machete blade embedded in the bat. and spikes around the backside. It's pretty cool. You're definitely gonna get one. What? One of the bats? Yeah, I love making the bats. The bats are my favorite. If you go to my eBay shop, Warrior Wooden Props on eBay, you can find the link in my link tree, or you can go to warriorwoodenprops.com and contact me with the contact me button for custom orders at the top of the page. That's all I'm using my website for right now is custom orders because I'm having issues with Shopify. But if you go to my shop or go to eBay and just look for the custom battle bat listing on my eBay shop, I make those. Love making them. I've made so many different kinds over the years. Usually Christmas is my big period for those. But yeah, you can also go to my Instagram and see NatRBrown37 at Instagram. You can go there and see all the different kinds of bats that I made. I just made one for this lady, Nugs the Final Girl. She does like horror movie reviews and stuff like that. Pretty cool lady. I made a custom nail bat for her with nail spikes in it. And this is my favorite piece today. It's probably not going to look great on camera. This is a limited edition stake that I'm making out of that Cameroon wood. I'm probably only going to make somewhere between 12 and 20 of these, and then I will not be making them again. They'll each come with a certificate of authenticity on them. But I will, each year for my shop, what I'm going to start doing is each year I will choose a wood type and design, and I will make a limited edition stake every Halloween. And this year, this is the first year of me doing it. This is the very first one. This has got a cool spiral groove in the handle. It's got a tapered pyramidal tip, and it's made out of Kummeru wood. Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Thanks so much, Nug. I appreciate that. No, please do. If there's anything you see on there that you like, and if there's something you want that you don't see on my shop, I can probably make it for you. So, but this right here, this is the limited edition Cameroon steak. I'm going to make, like I said, somewhere between 12 and 20 of these. Probably no more than 20. And probably no less than 12 of these. And then they will never be made again. So, and each one will come with a lot number and certificate so that you know what you've got. Let me go put this up. Woot woot. I gotta wipe this bad boy out. Hey, you're very welcome. What's up, neighbor? Nope, it's not God, just a chubby middle-aged man making weird shit. You're welcome, Doug Doug. All right, me do a bit of cleanup here. Those nitro gloves always make my hands all sweaty. Sweaty. Go ahead, Viking. Just note, I will only be here for a few more minutes. So if you come back and I'm gone, don't worry. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time for my finishing work live, where I finish all this stuff. Normally, I go a little longer with my Saturday staining. Not a lot longer. My Saturday staining is usually about 30 to 45 minutes. But I work in home renovations in my day job right now. And I got another contractor who's on a paint job he needs a hand with, so I'm going to go help him this afternoon. I mean, you can bid on it if you want to. If I have something on there that you want that's a penny, I don't mind if it sells for a penny. Usually the stuff I auction on my shop, it's usually stuff that either something went wrong and so I'm selling it like it has a flaw. I think that I have like a Mistborn dagger on there. It was a resin dagger that I was trying to make for somebody. It was supposed to look like glass. I did make it for them, but my first attempt did not go well, so that's up on the shop. It's up for a penny, I think. If you get it for a penny plus shipping, then go for it. You can buy it. You can buy it now, either one. But no one has ever bid on it. It's been up there for like over a month. Like, so I would just bid the penny if I were you. But yeah, that Mistborn dagger's fun. Yeah, no, if it's on my shop for a penny, it's just I just hate to have stuff just go in the trash, you know? Like I often find there are people out there that they don't mind the flaws. They'd rather just have the item. So, you know, I'm pretty strict with my quality assurance standards for my stuff. So, you know, if I have something that has a crack or maybe, you know, it lost a little too much length when I was shaping it, something like that, you know, I'm not going to charge people full price for something that doesn't meet my criteria. So that's the stuff that usually goes up for auction. But no, I would say just bid on it. Get it for as cheap as you can. There's no skin off my back. All right. Be right back, folks. Go put some stuff away. But if you got any questions while I'm doing this, stick them in the chat because I'm probably only going to be on here for a few more minutes. And then I got to finish getting ready for the day and head out to go meet the other contractor for the paint job. But everything you saw here today on this live, on Sunday mornings, I'm here at about 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're up at that ungodly hour, that's when I cord up all the yawara and cord wrap handles and do all that stuff. So you get to see what everything looks like when it's finished. Oh, thanks, Doug. Yeah, right now at my shop, it's Halloween. This is like the holidays part one for my shop. So I do a Halloween sale. Everything's 13% off right now. So in September, it's 15% off. That's for the early birds. And then in October, everything's 13% off until November 1st. So if you want to get something on the cheap, especially vampire steaks, I've got a ton of them. I've got so many different kinds, and they're all on sale right now on the shop. But thanks, Nug Nug. I appreciate that. But yeah, everything, and that includes customs, by the way. So if you want to get a custom battle bat, those are on sale right now for 13% off. I've also got bats that are already made that are available. Those are also 13% off. So everything I make, pretty much everything I've made that's in the shop right now is 13% off. So you're more than welcome to go check that out. Like I said, the link's in my link tree in my bio. The eBay shop. If you want something custom, you can contact me through eBay, or you can go to warriorwoodandprops.com. There's a contact me button for custom orders at the top of the page. You can click on that, and that'll contact me via email and let me know what you're looking for. And one thing about me is if you ask me to make something and I can't make it, I will tell you I can't make it. If it's something I think I can make, I'll try. But if it's not up to snuff, I will let you know. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Viking. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. This is my third job. I have 3 jobs. I used to be a marketing copywriter until about a month ago. I got laid off, so I decided I was done with a desk job. So I got a job with a home renovation company as a site prep specialist. I do sanding, stripping, all that stuff. And then my second job is I'm an author for DK Publishing and Penguin Group, or Penguin Random House now. I write books on mythology. So I have a master's degree, by the way, in English and with a focus in mythology. So that's my second job. That's the job I love the most. And then my other job, which I also love, is running this shop. So I work a lot, pretty much every day. I get Sunday afternoons off to watch bad movies, and Thursday evenings to play Helldivers 2. Well, folks, let me see. I've got a few more things to do, but if you got any last minute questions, drop those in the chat, and then I got to bail. And like I said, I will be live tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're up that early or late, it seems like sometimes people have been up all night when they come to that. Most of the time, people in California, because I think it's like 4 o'clock in the morning in California when I go live. So sometimes I get people in California who've been up all night. So, but if you're up that early or late, I will be live tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks, Viking. I appreciate that. And thanks for the likes. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry this was so short this Saturday. I just really didn't have a lot that I had time to work on today because I have this job this afternoon. But I will be back next Saturday for Saturday Standing again. I do this every Saturday, usually around 12:30. Sometimes as late as 1, but usually no later than 12:30 I'm on here. So come hang out with me while I do boring stuff. All right. Thanks, Doug. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you later. I appreciate it. I'll see you later, Viking. I hope you come back.